there's about 80 plus million pounds, or 93 million euros plus add-ons on the table right now. Harry Kane, Daniel Levy is in this position right now. Does he take the money because next year he could lose him on the free?
Got to take it, innit? Come on. You got to take it.
You say you got to take it, but at the end of the day, it'll be devastating for the Spurs supporters. You know what? A lot of the time we all say, you know, it's not the club's bigger than the player and this and that. But listen, if we lose him, it's going to be sad. And Levy, obviously, he's hard to work with. He's the hardest chairman to work with in the world, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like now it's really tiring. It's getting boring now. Like, I do love him, and of course we'll miss his 30-odd goals a season, but get it done. You know, buy him. It's an amazing amount of money as well, considering his age as well. I mean, 30 years of age. We're not probably going to get that for him, but if he might, it's so unpredictable. It might just be he stays. We win the Premier League. He gets
Whoa.
Hey, look, I'm clutching his straws here. You know what I'm saying?
What about this? If Choupo-Moting's in the deal, going the other way.
Oh, I mean, Carlton, you're enticing us here, darling.
This
is the scary part. Is who do we replace him with?
Exactly.
It's
Well,
kind
he's
of
irreplaceable.
He's irreplaceable.
Choupo-Moting had a great season by standards.
It's the name, though.
You're not having it. You're not having it. Choupo-Moting. You're not having that. No.
It's pronouncing his name. It's gonna be quite hard to do.
It's a bit difficult than Kane.
Yeah, it is. But listen, it's got to be done. Get him out or let him stay.
Well, yeah. What does the gaffer make of it?
Listen. As far as I'm concerned, right. Being an ex-gaffer, Carlton knows me. I trained him a couple of times. I've been around a lot.
You scouted him, didn't you?
I scouted him. I didn't like him too much. I thought he was a bit gangly. But he's a great player. See, listen, he knows. I've taught him a lot of things. I think at the end of the day, look, you've got to sit Kane down. You've got to say to him, Kane, what do you want to do, son? Do you want to stay here and be a legend? Or do you want to go to Germany and see a load of Mercedes-Benz and BMWs? The weather ain't that great, like I said before. The weather's it's terrible out there. You might get a nice bit of German Donna, but we've got that here now. Stay in the Premier League, right? Put your arm around him, say, Kane, be a legend. We're going to get you a nice little statue outside the ground. We're going to train you. Your kids are here at school. Don't mess their heads up. They've got friends here. Stay here, be a legend. Top scorer in the Prem. Shearer, Rooney, you're going to beat the likes of them. You're going to go to Germany. They don't even know who you are, mate. They're going to expect it, you know.
So this is actually what you think is going to happen.
Well, I mean, listen, you got to use the personas. This is what I think, but it's still a character, like, you know what I mean, Carlton? You know me, mate. I don't mess about.
You don't mess about, sir.
Keep it simple.
Stop and stand still.
Stop and stand still. Keep it simple. Get Kane to stay at Spurs, and I think we'll win the league.
Well, do you know what? In all fairness, I think he's in a position, Kane, where he's kind of like, he doesn't mind which way it goes. Is there a world in which, as Haks and the gaffer has alluded to, where, you know, Spurs aren't in Europe next season. They could really try and mount a Carabao Cup run, win something with Harry still there, then talk about a new deal, because it's that I'm not won anything situation.
Don't you think it gets to the point where you're holding him hostage?
I just think he needs to move on, to be honest, to Bayern Munich. Before this whole saga, I was evaluating the clubs who would need him, like, you know, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United, Chelsea, Barcelona, and Real Madrid, and obviously now the Bayern Munich are after him. I just think he needs to move. And
why does he need to move, Kenny? Why does he need to move?
Well, because, you know, that's the nature of football. I think he just needs well, I say a fresh challenge, but he just needs a title under his belt.
But why does he actually need it?
Yeah, I know.
Like, he's got this far without it, and because look, Daniel Levy's not going to sell to another Premier League club, is he? No. So anyone that's worth Harry Kane's money and price tag is not going to be able to sign Harry Kane, unless he leaves it and waits to go on a free. Now, is Harry Kane going to want to ruin his legacy and go to a rival club, say goes to Chelsea? Is he going to... No. Would that hurt you?
It would hurt. It'd hurt. Me and Madge would be devastated, but I also think having a trophy under his belt, etc., isn't being the top scorer in the Premier League's history better than any trophy. I'd rather have that as a striker.
Yeah, but you can have that. You can have that at another Premier League club if he leaves on a free.
No, he's not leaving Spurs.
Kenny, do you think he needs to win something then? for him to be seen as a great?
Well, that's the whole thing. What's going to happen at the end? What is going to happen at the end of the day? But I'm just saying, if he does move, then I think they should think about replacing him with a false 9 forward like Sadio Mane. If he does move, that's my reiteration on that.
Sadio's gone to Saudi, so that's not going to happen.
Thank you, Kenny, there. Enjoy Charlton against Leighton this weekend as well. I just want to say as well, because, and I said it on breakfast the other week with Big Al and Ray Parler, that this whole idea that Harry has to leave Spurs to win something, can I just squash that quickly? Because 1 Champions League final, 2 FA Cup semi-finals, and 2 Carabao Cup finals that he was in, yeah? He's had opportunities to win things at Spurs. Yeah. He's been part of the failure. Yeah. Didier Drogba scored 9 goals in 9 finals. He got it over the line. But against, ironically, Bayern Munich in 2012, when Chelsea had no right to beat them. Oh, no. Didier Drogba, header, and the winning penalty. Yeah. That's what an elite striker does. Harry's an elite striker, and he's had the chance to win. What do you make of that, Carlton? That's my rebuttal, obviously, as an emotional Spurs fan. But he's had chances to win.
That's what I'm getting out of this. That's what I'm getting out of this.
But we want you involved.
Oh, that's why. This is what I'm getting out of this. He's leaving. That's why you're talking like that now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you weren't talking this madness like last week. You're thinking, no, Harry Kane's our guy.
I've always said it. He hasn't shown up in big games.
He hasn't shown. So you'll be happy to see him go.
Obviously, I don't want to see him go. But what I'm saying is the idea, and I strongly have said it in many places.
Where would you be right now without his goals? Put that.
No, 100%. But I think what Madge is probably trying to get at is it's like all the blame's put on Spurs.
So you think it's him?
No, I'm just saying he's part of that.
But bro, yeah, you are a part of it.
But there's a lot of things that have let him down too. And
100%. So some of the signings that we should have.
You can't tell me it's not a one man game. Listen, Drogba did score those goals in those big moments. That's because he had great players for big moments.
100%.
4 big moments. So other great players he was playing with 4 big moments. Okay, you guys have never had big players for big moments.
Right. Okay. So on that one, right. So we go back to 2021, whenever it was. Was it 2019? Sorry, the Champions League final. Yeah, and that whole run, Harry Kane was injured in the games against Borussia Dortmund at home. So he was injured a lot,
Moura came on. Moura dominated.
Legend,
so Lucas Moura scored the goal that got us out of the group. We started very poorly in the group. Then you go like Llorente and Son and everyone else that scored the goals against Manchester City. Harry's back in for the final over Lucas Moura.
That was a big mistake.
Big mistake, as we know. But he had the chance to win a Champions League. Right now, Harry Kane could be sitting at Spurs as a Champions League hero and a legend. For whatever reason,
if we'd have stayed on the bench,
if he came on in the second half.
So it was his team that got him to a Champions League final. So he can't then just go like, oh yeah, you lot have let me down everywhere else. So
no, it's not that though. There's a culmination of stuff, Manchester United goes, but at the end of the day, you can't just blame Harry.
No, but I'm saying the media pressure that has been put on Harry Kane not winning something, I think he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he doesn't want to upset the Spurs fans because he did that by trying to go to Manchester City, and he put a little smudge on his legacy, got the fans back on side, and now he doesn't want to annoy them by waiting for a free. Because I tell you what, if he was like a Berbatov character who put the tools down and said, I'm going Man United, he would have done it to go to Manchester City, and he missed the chance.
This is how life goes sometimes. Sometimes you got to do things that are unpopular with the crowd.
Exactly, but he has done that.
Work. Not yet.
But going Munich,
it's squeaky bum time.
I don't think going Munich's unpopular because I swear.
Oh, so you don't mind him going abroad? You don't want him to go to another Premier League club.
That's right, and I think personally, him going to Munich, he wins that shield because it's not.
And then comes back next season and goes to a Premier League club.
No. He stays at Bayern Munich for a couple of years and comes back to trying to win with the the top goal scorer thing. Anyway,
Where?
Back to Tottenham.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.